know what you're all thinking, that I'm acting weird again. But trust me, this is how Richard wants it. This is how he acts when he's in public. And when he sees you out in public, afraid, anxious, terrified, and soon after, running away from all of you.
Okay.
Like take, for example, Mrs. Jacobs. See her in public? Richard's gone. He doesn't want to talk to her.
He has no clothes on under that.
South of the lamppost. I don't want to shake your hand. I want to get outside of the grocery store as soon as possible. Probably social anxiety disorder. But that's Richard. So while Richard is the only person that I know that would actually do that to hide from all of you, I'm probably the only person I know that would actually do a best man speech in just a blanket. The key word is just, with nothing on underneath.
Lies.
Now this whole thing of this whole philosophy of picturing everyone naked is kind of weird. Because I've learned a few things. Like take for example Mr. Woods. I did not know that he had a belly ring. And who would have thunk it?
That would be the day.
Who would have thunk it? Slavko up on Cigar Hill.
Cigar Hill.
He has a six-pack of abs underneath that shirt. I never knew it. But, so what's the point? Why am I in a blanket? Let me take you back in time. It's probably around 6 or 8 years old.
He knows where this is
nice,
going.
beautiful day, sunny. It's having a good old time in the basement. And then as if teleported to an area of the basement just slightly further away, I found myself being viciously stripped of my clothing. By 2 white males. Around 11 years old, big eyebrows, with the catchphrase, with one of his signature catchphrases being, "I'm not happy." And then there was the 16-year-old with the full head of hair. The ringleader. We like to introduce a little bit of chaos in things. So there I am, being stripped of my clothes. And then I found myself being hoisted, as if to some bullying god. "Here is your offering, Father." So I'm lifted by my butt cheeks. And within moments, I find myself outside. Nude. So in case anybody's lost, that man and that man, at the age of around 6 or 8, they hoisted me outside our basement window nude. And it was at this point that I sort of first remember realizing that the world was a cruel, cruel place. And it was run by a dictator by the name of Richard Kirkman. And some of you may know this, but if not, the P actually stands for poop. When Richard was younger, during middle school, one of his assignments, he signed the signature on it, Richard Poop. And this was not the only torment. It wasn't a one-off thing. There was other times. Mrs. Woods could just as easily come up here and speak to this. "Hey, let's play wiffle ball." That's cool. But one thing, Phil, if you want to play wiffle ball, there's a rule. If you cry 3 times during the game, you're out.
Philip, do it 2 times. Philip, 2 times. 2 times.
And then, remember the Oreos? Hey, you down, you? A whole package of Oreos just disappeared in thin air. I was 4 at the time, probably, pretty young. But Rich declined to take any responsibility for it, so he just passed it off on to me. That's fine. And then, of course, my nicknames. The first being Toilet. The second being Dirty Harry. And some of you are probably thinking, oh, that's kind of cool, sort of Clint Eastwood. Nah, it had nothing to do with that. It actually had to do with the fact that I didn't brush my teeth. So that's where Dirty Harry came from. So here I stand. Touch taller, just as skinny, balding. And now I live in a much bigger and crueler world where there's a much cooler world where there's living in a much cooler world where there's much sadness, much much unexplained bullshit in the world. And during those darkest times, my mom, my dad, Michael, Richard, you voice me by my butt cheeks. By giving me a blanket and letting me feel a little bit of panic first. Thank you.